Hey YouTube, what's happening? What's happening? How is everybody doing today? I'm on a roll. This is my second video I'm doing today. Doing good, doing good. Keep the videos rolling, keep the videos rolling. That's right, that's right. We got some more great content here today for you guys. I'd like to start off by just kind of telling you guys about couple of other channels that I have been watching here, and the first channel is a guy that builds and makes custom leather, and he what he does he tools custom leather. So he makes he makes all kinds of things. He's a one-stop shop. And the name of his channel is called Leather Adventures, and he's a guy that he's a small business owner, entrepreneur, and he's also living out of his Class A motorhome. And I think he's planning on going on the road with his business. And he talks a lot about the trials and the tribulations with living in an RV and working on his business. And he makes some really amazing things, you know. And if I was a rock star, I would probably be his #1 customer. So anyways, yeah, you might want to go and kind of go visit his channel. He has a really unique way of doing everything. And then there's another channel that I've been following here recently, and pretty intriguing. It's a family that is living in a fifth wheel RV full time, and they're traveling on the road. I think they are in Texas somewhere, and like I say, young family, a couple of young kids. The name of their channel is Follow the Hearts, and yeah, really interesting kind of situation, and you know what they're kind of they're talking. They've got some really interesting things going on over there. So let's see. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I don't know, recently I've kind of had a different take on it, and I was just kind of curious, kind of what you guys thought. And what I'm talking about here is I'm just going to call this passion and your work, passion and or your life's work, or whatever you want to call it, passion and work. You know, how can you combine your passion and your work? You know, so I'll back up a little bit. You know, I don't know, I've been studying, like, I don't know, I've read a lot of books about, you know, passion and, you know, do what you love, and, you know, the money will follow. And I don't know, you know, there's just to me there's so much hype and there's so much BS out there when it comes to this topic. You know, talking about passion and talking about your work, and you know, I'm always going. It always seems like I'm going back and forth with it, because you know there's all these gurus and all these authors out there, and they all kind of have their spin on it, and you know what it is, and you know, and all this, and so it's kind of like, you know, you can get kind of jaded with it all, you know. So, and this brings me to recently here, I have been watching some videos on YouTube and some interviews on a guy by the name of Mike Rowe. And Mike Rowe is, I'm not sure if he's still doing it, but he was the host of the television show Dirty Jobs. And really awesome guy, stand-up guy. I have a lot of respect for him, you know, because he's not a BSer, you know, he's not a sellout. He's you know, he really speaks the truth from, you know, his point of view and his experience, and he's not you know, preaching to the choir or anything like that. You know, he talks from, you know, his experiences on doing the Dirty Jobs shows, and some of the things that he learned. And it's really interesting. He's got some really awesome interviews out there, and I encourage all of you, if you're interested in this topic, or maybe learn more about him, you go watch some of his interviews. He's got some really great interviews that he's talked about. And one of the things, and this brings me back to talking about passion and work. And one of the things that he made a comment, and it really, I kind of went, wow, it really kind of made me, what I think about, and I look back on all the books I've read about passion and work, and then I think about and I hear about what he had to say about it. And I went, wow, I think he's really onto something here. I think he's really telling it like it is and the truth. And what he had to say about passion through all of his experience being on dirty jobs and doing some of these shows with some of these occupations that very few people are really willing to do out there on a day-to-day basis. And one of the things that he said after talking with a lot of these employees and business owners in these dirty jobs is that he found a common theme, and that common theme among all these people was that the thing that they kept saying was that, they're not passionate, like they're not, you don't follow your passion, okay? Bring your passion with you, never follow it. So I'm going to repeat that again. What he learned and what he said was, bring your passion with you, never follow it. And I thought, that really does make a lot of sense, because a lot of these people that were doing some of these dirty jobs, they didn't maybe love it or whatever, but in a lot of these people, they're doing these different jobs. They're making a ton of money doing it. A lot of people are unwilling to do it. And a lot of them are in small little niche type businesses, and they found a niche and they went after it, And so I thought it was really interesting. And I thought, wow, I think, this really does make a lot of sense, and basically the message that I take from it is that regardless of your work that you're doing, there's always something in it that you can bring your passion into your work, but you're not necessarily following it. There's a lot of people out there that follow their passion and they go broke doing it. They and then they realize that that was not good advice. So basically what that means is if you got a lousy job, an example, or well, I shouldn't say a lousy job, but if you have a job that you don't think is very glamorous, you're certainly not passionate about it. The things that you are passionate about, maybe such as customer service or serving other people, or giving way more value in something than the people are receiving, or something like that. If that's what you're passionate about, you can bring that passion into your work. I'm certainly not explaining it as eloquently as Mr. Mike Rowe did. So, like I said, I encourage you to go and watch some of his interviews, a little bit more about this. But I just wanted to share that with all of you guys, and get your feedback on it and see what you think from your experience in your life. And maybe some of you right now are following your passion. You're making outrageous amount of income with doing it, and please share that with all of us as well. And another thing I want to talk about passion too, and this is kind of more along the lines of do what you love and the money will follow. And this is another little thing I learned from another book that I read many years back, and you kind of just pointed it out that there's a lot of people that follow their passions and stuff, or they do this, they're going to do what they love and all this, and then they wake up and they realize that, they didn't really do a lot of research into this. Maybe it was opening up an ice cream store or something like that. Well, and they were passionate about ice cream. They loved ice cream. So they said, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do what I love. I'm going to go open up this ice cream store. And then they get into it and stuff, and they're doing what they love and all this, but then they realize that the market, and this is where the truth comes in, is the marketplace doesn't care what you love or what you're passionate about. The only thing that the marketplace cares about is, will you give me what it is I want? Will you serve my needs? Will you serve my problems? That's the only thing that the marketplace cares about. So that, and that just kind of brings up a good point that, you've got to really listen to the market, serve the market, serve the people what they want, give the people what they want, and do a better job at that than anybody else is doing. And I think all your problems, will take care of themselves. So I just wanted to talk about that today, and I hope that this message finds you well, whoever you are, wherever you are. I hope you are doing well out there. And until next time, thank you for watching.